So before I actually take you around and tell you about the new housing coming in Attercliffe and also the cycle lanes and explain the area and also what in general is happening, I want to bring your attention to two key players in all of this. We've got the Chief Executive of Sheffield City Council, Kate Joseph, was the Taskmaster General who locked the UK down, who disobeyed the rules herself. She's also been in Washington DC. We've got Tom Hunt, the leader of the council, works for Sheffield University. He only gets paid his councillor's allowance, which I find strange. He's, doesn't get paid for being on any committees. And I understand Tom's from Coventry. No wisecracks on that one. But I think it's a globalist agenda being pushed from above, especially from the university, but also I find it strange that Kate Joseph could flip from working for the British government to working for the American government just like that. I thought we were different countries, but there seems to be an hidden hand working behind both countries, and it doesn't really matter about what you or me really think anymore. So let's get around and see where the housing's going to be and what's happening with the cycle lanes. So I've come to document the next level of madness starting in Sheffield. So you've seen what's happened at Kelham Island, then it's sort of gone to Neepsend, and you'll have seen the latest madness in Neepsend where they put all double yellows everywhere. So there's probably 300, 400 or 500 small engineering companies trading in Neepsend, but they don't care. They just want to gentrify it, and this is what's coming now to Attercliffe. I'm not exactly sure on Attercliffe Rd where it's starting, but I'm going to talk you through it generally speaking. They'll be putting cycle lanes either side of Attercliffe Rd. I think it comes to about here, but then it'll carry on further along to Bernard Road. And I think it's going to be a 20-mile-an-hour zone from about here. But let's show you what's going to happen. What they've done is they've got plans put in to actually build 1,000 NetZero homes. They've got the planning permission for the first 360, and it's going to be on this area across here, which I'll put the plans in the description. So the NetZero homes are not actually affordable homes for working class Sheffield folk, are they? But Attercliffe's needed investment since the 1970s, and what we should have been doing is investing in modern industry, but also building affordable housing for working class folk. But we know that these houses just here along this area will not be for working class Sheffielders. They'd probably be for an influx of middle class coming in from other areas of the country where they can't afford to live, so they come to Sheffield next. So I'm going to assume that places like this will be saved somehow in the development. But this is the bottom end of the development as far as I know. So you've got the old Spartan works, and if you look at Kelham Island now, that's actually been regenerated. They'll somehow keep the good parts, and then the not so good parts, they'll put like that bush stop, they'll probably remove that, but anything could happen. But all along here it will be narrowed, and then cycle lanes either side, and then I've said it'll be a 20-mile-per-hour zone on the main road. I just want to show you the bottom border of the development, but knowing what's gone off in Neepsend, once it starts, you'll not stop it, because people haven't been willing to fight up so far. It's always had quite a charm, this area, to me, Attercliffe, because it was never completely smashed down and rebuilt, so it's got a lot of the old buildings still left. But I'd like to have seen better investment in housing and in industry. So you can see that, I'm not sure what they call it, is it Sparta Steel Alloys Limited? Or Spartan Steel Alloys, sorry. So I'm assuming that building will get knocked down within the development when they build 1,000 houses. But it starts with 1,000 houses, and they've got the first 360 planning permission to start on those. And when I walk up Attercliffe Road, you'll see where they're going to be built. But this will be the bottom border of this 1,000 houses. Just here you've got the old Burton's Corner, which takes you up Attercliffe Road. So you'll get a bit of cycle lane up Attercliffe Road, but I don't know how far they're going to take it up. It seems to stop just as you get round the corner, but I'm assuming that the goal's to take it further. So they'll put the cycleways all that way into Sheffield, and then this way they'll connect up Magna with the cycle lanes at Magna. So let's just cross the road here on. So you've got the beautiful Banners building up there. The Adelphi Hotel's been turned into some sort of events area, and I can't quite work that out. I thought it was Sheffield City Council, but I think it's some charity again. So we've still got Marchway models just there after all these years. So we're right in the middle of the junction for Attercliffe Road, looking down there to Effingham Street. So cycle lanes either side of the road. I think it's 20 mile an hour right down to where Effingham Road is. Then looking in the other direction, same again. It's going to be cycle lanes either side, 20 mile an hour all the way up to Worksop Road up there. And I'm just told where Banners is, they're going to block that road off. So where you're coming to the car park at the moment, they're going to block that road off, and you have to go down the left hand side of Banners to get into the car parking. But they've had one open day on it at the English Sports Institute, and they're having another one at the Hope Church on, I think it's on Burnham Road or somewhere around there, and that's going to be in August. But they've done these consultations before, but they've already got the agenda all well mapped out, so it doesn't really matter what people said. I think there was a 70% objection to it in Walkley, where they were doing low traffic neighbourhoods, and they said no, it don't really matter, we're not cared what people say, we'll just do it anyway, they'll have to learn to live with it. So consultation, no, there's no real consultation. Like I said, all this will be NetZero houses up here. It's a bit like these people who move into the countryside and then they don't like the smell of farms and the noise of cockerels. You know what will happen when these people come in, the middle class coming in from London or Manchester or whatever, they won't want the industrial side of things. So we've got the canal here. I'll just walk across the road to the canal. So this will be right in the middle of the development. So all this building, whatever, will go. But you can see they've now improved the hardcore. But what I can't understand is, why have a cycle lane up the main roads from Sheffield to Rotherham when we've got this cycle way here along the canal? Wouldn't it be much better that way? But no, they've got to just ruin it for everybody. So we have got a link from Sheffield City Centre to Rotherham via a cycle lane here. It's not very good when you get further along towards Tinsley, which should have been improved. They shouldn't have done the one along the road, it should have just been this one. But these people have an agenda. So I can imagine the cycle lanes will come from here so far up here, and then I don't know if they'll carry it on up here. But what I want to show you is the other boundary of the NetZero homes. So you've got Woodburn Road Athletic Stadium here, and originally when they built Don Valley they should have probably upgraded Woodburn Road. It's still here all these years later while Don Valley's gone. The council know how to waste money. So you've got the tram track along here, on Woodburn Road. But I've been saying for a long time, Attercliffe needs investment, the right kind of investment, that's for local people. So all this area will be the NetZero homes. Now this is a massive area of green space. So they're basically building on top of a massive park area as well. So one part will be industrial land and the other part will be this massive green area. But I'll just zoom right up here. I think it probably will go as far as those traffic lights along Woodburn Road, but there's some industrial units further up which I think are staying for the time being. So as far as I know, these industrial units are staying just here, but I'll just walk you into the park area and just show you how big it is in here. You just won't believe it once you get inside it. But these areas should have been rebuilt with cheap affordable housing a long time ago for Sheffield folk. You can see how much space there is down here. I'm just going to go in here and show you how much space. So this will all get covered with NetZero homes. But I always had this dream, Attercliffe High Street to be revived, and also there'd be housing around it, and we'd do something about building back our industry, so we got modern, clean industry. But I'm not going to see that kind of dream. You can just see this area that will get all built on. But I just want to give you a feel. I mean, I don't know if it's worth trying to fight back or not. But that's more green. This will be green space gone from Attercliffe. I'm sure they'll set it in a bit of a green environment, but this other bit of green area here, it's massive. That's why I really want to show you the size of the place. So we're a green city, but we're going to build on green space. I mean, yes, people lived in back-to-back houses in Attercliffe in the past, but there was a lot of green space for them as well. So that's a bit of a video on Attercliffe, on the nonsense that's coming. So look at Kelham Island, look at Neepsend now. All those small engineering businesses won't be able to park around there anymore. It's affecting the small businesses in Neepsend. And all they want to do is gentrify these areas. So that's it. It's a quick update from Attercliffe. Fight for it or you'll lose it. It'll not be our Sheffield anymore.